Keep this quote in mind at all times. I don't have any downtime. Dr. Anthony Fauci, a true charlatan of science. And you can tell right from that smile, and especially from his baseball pitch. That was pretty pathetic. But this guy dares say, I don't have any downtime. And I actually came across this video because it was a week ago from the White House. And it was actually when I was doing a search for all the ridiculous interviews that this guy has done over the past year. Because I keep seeing them pop up and I'm like, really? So take a look at all of these different people that this guy, without any downtime at all, ends up doing. Some of these interviews have millions of views. Some have about 110 or less. Some are like colleges, some are schools, some are this losers. Trevor Noah, I don't even know who these people are. Most of them. They're all just pathetic. But all over the world, every country, like Monica, I don't know, is that the singer of something? Tiffany Haddish? I don't know who any of these people are, thank God, but there's a ton of them. And I didn't really do the repeats of CNN and the main news labels because there were a lot more of those. This guy doesn't have any downtime, but I managed to find about 150 different ones of these from different, look at McConaughey. What? This guy, everyone can't wait. Look, he's interviewing a cartoon. Maddow so many times. And this guy had no downtime. And he was supposed to be a scientist. This is a pandemic. This is an extreme moment of difficulty for the country health-wise. And he's our leader. And he's doing interviews. Shouldn't you do like some research? Shouldn't you do something else? Or are you just a spokesperson? Are you a doctor, or are you just a talent hack that's been yearning for this spotlight since the 70s? Definitely 80s. You wanted it. You didn't get it. You were so happy to have gotten it before it was too late, you know? Because look at this. Stephen Curry, a basketball player. I don't know who these guys are, but why does Zuckerberg, he interviews Zuck, the robot, so many times. Jennifer Garner, look at this guy's just making the rounds. Hollywood, Julia a bunch of times. Hollywood, musicians, her again. I think I may have duplicated that one, or probably a different one. But there's so many, and it's ridiculous. And this guy, it just gloats all the time. He never really spouts science. He's always just, trust me. This is good. He never actually says anything of value. It's just insane. They have prayer candles about this guy. People are treating him like a saint, considering giving him sainthood. It's like, what? And I feel comfortable cracking on this guy because he's a fellow Italian, and that's what is in our blood, to kind of crack on each other and not take it hard, not get too dirty, but just that's what it is. And this guy, I know a quack when I see one, and this guy is Conan. Obviously, everyone, he penetrated every form of thing. Every single demographic was targeted. Every single age group was honed in on in different ridiculous ways. Baseball, people that like sports, they tried to get everyone. Baseball, basketball, it literally looks less like someone trying to spread information and more like just some total fraud partnered with the most evil people around, trying to just convince every generation, every demographic that he's a saint and that what he says goes and is what should be listened to, since the doctors are listening to him. I would like to believe that in a world that is just and good, that someone that makes so many decisions that affects negatively so many people would have to come to karmic wheels. Look at this, the young kids. Everyone, look, 2 truths and a lie. What? Guy, keep in mind, he has no downtime. This guy is a very busy man. He said the same stuff for a year. There's nothing more. And even just the most astounding part is the fact that even using his own words against the people that consider him a saint and love every word he says and abide by every rule he does, whether it's 10 masks or none, they just can't seem to vouch for the fact that he was totally against masks, says they don't work, and now he's preaching for. There's no logic in the people that still abide by him and trust him. And look at, with anyone that teams up with Bill Gates is a problem for the planet. And all the colleges he attacked, full blown. He was doing interviews in every college, it seems like, all the prestigious ones, all the extreme liberal ones, like old actors, trying to get them involved, and none. All the different influencers, trenders, PBS are using our public money, this clown, all these people. What sick people. And when the truth comes out, which it better, and you can see people awakening still more and more and more and more each day. That's why these people have to look at 2.9K 7 months ago. Like, what? But more and more people are snapping out of it and realizing not to trust this guy. And it's, and if it comes out, they subpoena the communication records of all of these people involved here, from the WHO to NIH directors, all the hospital people. Get the real facts. If you were to judge everything by reality and truth, instead of the media-driven bull, the Como-created, fabricated nonsense, mafia-driven, Fed-created crap narrative, it would be a lot different. And truth is what should matter. It doesn't matter what these pathetic cretins what these pathetic influencing fools of the dumbest of the dumb have to say. None of their opinions should matter. This Dr. Anthony Fauci was not elected by the people. His decisions should have not affected one of us in 2020 and ever again. And they never should. Now, I guess he's been elected into something by Biden, but only by him, and that's a whole nother story. Either way, religious leaders, he got a religious group, people, he tried every method, this guy, to become a spokesperson and have people trust him. And it's ridiculous. And I'd love for him to interview someone that actually would question some of the things he does and maybe bring up his relationship with Carrie Mullis and some other good questions that this guy needs to be asked. And Rand Paul seems to be the only one that ever said anything that got this guy a little offended, a little butthurt. And he needs a lot more people prodding him for answers for what he's prescribing for all of us. Look at this. Any of these things, to think that any of these are prestigious, even if you're an old cretin like this punk, is even more pathetic. To think that because you're on these shows with Kesha or Cardi B or something, you're doing interviews with them, that you're cool with people, and that you're like, these people, I don't know how they sleep at night. I really don't. But all of us need to take comfort in the fact that we do sleep with a great conscience, and because we are good. And these people, wow, when judgment comes, I don't know what happens, but I know that I would not want to be in the position of any of these people who are making decisions that are sinister in nature, for profit, for ego satisfaction, for just intent, evil deliberation, just crazy tactics that are beyond comprehension to most, which I think is why most don't really care to dig any deeper. They just all these people, Maria Shriver, all these famous people, Alan Alda. I loved him in MASH. He can't be doing anything bad with whatever. All these people, they were so good. I have to trust them. They trust Fauci. What? He's so nice. No. Slam all that. Anytime you encounter anyone that thinks this way, no matter what, no one should be trusting him. Get your immune system in check. Research real doctors. BitChute actually has a ton of different interviews with doctors that just trash Fauci, trash all the stuff relating to this sham from 2020. Look, boom, he loved that. That was probably his favorite. 162 views. 53 views. Look at this. This guy is 186. Wait, no, that's someone else. Look at this. Look at, unbelievable. I mean, with these low numbers, he should be able to come on my show. That would be fun to interview it. Italian to Italian. See what he says. What a punk. I can't imagine the stuff that this person has done. And behind closed doors or just anywhere. I don't want to. None of us should. Gross. People are terribly at 22 views. I can't believe it. Wow. Well, I just been seeing this for a long time, so I wanted to just compile a bunch of these interviews just to see in collection how really despicable all this is. And there's really just, someone that goes on all these things is trying very hard, especially when they claim, I don't have any downtime. When I saw that, after thinking about this idea for weeks, and I saw that come up from the White House, I was just like, all right, this has to be done. So here it is. No more from this clown. Don't trust him. Tell everyone you know not to trust him. Think for yourself. Question the medical mafia. Bless you all.